Everybody, this is your boy MC Recovery. I'm back at it again. Yeah, I'm a little sidewinded or something, but now I'm thinking about the definition of that insanity things that everybody likes to spell, repeating and doing the same thing, expecting a different result. But now we're back to that Proposition 650 issue in California and the shutdown. I was taking the shutdown lightly. It's not a lot of hoop and holler about the shutdown. It's it's as if we didn't got numbed again and just gonna face the fact because right out here in California, right out here where I stay, shoot, y'all saw what I said yesterday. Those new laws that felt like a little bit bullying of some sort. Like like if you want to leave the state, you get taxed. This is all the sit up for something more greater than just California. And we're going to look at that right now. So tune in, share this video, uh, get you a 30% and talk about it. Hit that like button and wait till y'all start checking these factuals, and graphs and websites out. Let's look into it, y'all. Okay, I'm going to go right here. Just going to light it up. Fair use to Brian. I bet you a commercial.
Aware of what's going on in California. But right now, Gavin Newsom and the Democrats, those radical leftists in California, are literally spearheading an attempt to steal back Congress in the midterms. And let me explain why. Right now in California, they have a piece of legislation. It's called Prop 50. And you may have heard of it, but what Prop 50 is for, Prop 50 is for them to take the power away from the independent redistricting commission and put it in the hands of the Democrat Party. Now, in this video, you may say, well, Brian, why is this a big deal? I'm going to show you why this is a big deal. Because if Gavin Newsom and the Democrats are able to remove Republican seats and steal 5 more House seats, especially with the slim majority we already have, that could be a really big problem. Because if the Democrats take back the House in the midterms, everything that President Trump has been working on, the America First, everything will stop. They'll start the whole impeachment, investigations, witch hunt all over again. And Prop 50 is how they're trying to do that. Now they're trying to say that.
So that's Brian show. So go over there and check it out. We got some more. I mean, he got some good stuff he's spilling up in here. Let's check it out.
That is due to what Texas is doing. But here's the kicker. Texas isn't changing any legislation. Texas is just deciding to do their redistricting now rather than at the end of the decade. That's it. They're not changing any laws, any of that. They're just taking.
See, that's what I was waiting for. They're not changing any laws. Right out here, I showed y'all a video. They didn't change a whole lot of laws. And some of them laws I'm gonna show you one more time again. They didn't man, they want to revisit uh, homeowner tax laws and all these taxes. So either we go forward or backwards with our vote. It looked like with these new laws, it is set up to allow us to stay at bay and go our way, not the people way. Look, fair use.
Taking advantage of the fact that the Democrats had gerrymandered the state when they were in power. And Republicans are saying, hey, listen, man, in these Democrat districts, they got all of these little bitty districts, but in the Republican districts, they're just huge, super big and wide, meaning 1 or 3 representatives for a large portion of the state, while the small gerrymandered areas get 10, 15, 20 different congressional members from this small, condensed, deep blue Democrat area. And we know how that goes. In those deep blue areas, they don't do much research or care about what's going on. And they play on the ignorance.
So what I noticed, and then a lot of these states, woo, the gerrymandering, both sides does it, but damn, we can never get the other political grounds to take hold, like the independent, the Green Party. Uh, but another thing, look at all the money that they spent for all these ads. Both sides just spending and spending and spending to to soak into the people's minds that this is about going at the Donald Trump, not working for us with the homeless crisis, the drug epidemic, uh, 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 the lack of jobs, the scare tactics the media put up on us. AI is coming, not even trying to prepare us for no schools or training to even get a job working in some kind of AI manufacturer. So we can rest for sure, but we sure getting taxed with garbage, getting taxed for gas, getting taxed, man. Oh man. And now they put a mandatory gas tax, got it, and a mileage tax. I showed y'all all that yesterday out here in California. And you can't leave and if you leave the state, tax. Wow. And wait until y'all. I'm gonna speed this up so y'all can see this other part of this video. That you really need to see this chart. So just stay in here. You got to see this chart to see why the Dems is moving this way. They're not trying to give nothing to us. I'm gonna show y'all on this chart right after I speed this up. Speed this up. Ooh, watch.
I say ignorance only mean lacking information of their voters. This is why the Democrats want the educational system to fail. If people don't know the definition of a fascist, you could just point to somebody and call them that, and they'll say, yeah, without realizing what Gavin Newsom and the Democrats are doing in California is identifying with fascism. What Joe Biden did, forcing people to take jabs. If people didn't agree, they get censored. These type of things, people lose their job if they didn't want to put poison in anybody. That's fascism. But when people don't know the definition, they can say Trump is a fascist because he wants to kick illegals out. And people say, yeah, a fascist, Hitler. And it's like, what? So is identifying with fascism. What Joe Biden did, forcing people to take jabs. If people didn't agree, they get censored. These type of things, people lose their job if they didn't want to put poison in their body. That's fascism. But when people don't know the definition, they can say Trump is a fascist because he wants to kick illegals out. And people say, yeah, a fascist, Hitler. And it's like, what? So in this video, I got clips to show you not only about Prop 50, but who is helped backing it. And you already know one of your least favorite Democrats is involved, Barack Hussein Obama. Now, right here, as you see, Arnold Schwarzenegger is the biggest pushback against this Prop 50. And I know it's pissing Gavin Newsom off. Because remember, the Terminator is a former governor. And they passed the independent redistricting council while he was governor, which gave the power to the people. Now the Democrats want to steal it. And Arnold is against that. Matter of fact, wait till you hear what he calls it. As you can see in the article title, Real Time. This one he was on with Bill Maher. Arnold Schwarzenegger slams Prop 50 as a big scam. Says Dems should win because of their performance. Let me go through the article. It's really short. As California voters wait Prop 50 ahead of the crucial upcoming midterm elections, Arnold Schwarzenegger appeared on Real Time with Bill Maher to campaign against the bill. Following Governor Newsom's Election Rigging Response Act, sparked by recent Texas redistricting efforts that benefit Republicans, Schwarzenegger told Maher he thinks that Prop 50 is a big scam, noting that there's gerrymandering going on all over. Now, remember, whatever the Democrats name a bill or an act, they're doing the opposite of that. Remember, they had the whole save, help the homeless. Homelessness got worse. Just an example. Do you know who I want to win? The people, he said. The people have to win. See, I'm a Republican. They're doing the opposite of that. Remember, they had the whole save, help the homeless. Homelessness got worse. Just an example. Do you know who I want to win? The people, he said. The people have to win. See, I'm a...
And that's who need to win. Go over there and see the rest of that video. But now we're going to take a real good look at something that our girl Melody put up. Now that show I just showed y'all, let me make sure you can find them to see the rest of his clip. It's Brian Maxwell. See, this is his channel. I know a commercial may want to come up.
Have you heard about this?
This is his channel. Bam. Real politics. So his channel is about that real politics. So he do a lot of research and homework. So I get some of my information from him. But look at it. Check out his channel. These are things he talk about. Scamming, legal aliens, shorts, treason, and all this stuff. So go over there and check it out. All right, so let's get over here and let's check out this chart I was talking about.
Number for Democrats, are you saying?
This is a concerning number for Democrats because it's considered.
So we all know by now that it's the Democrats that are keeping this government shutdown going. And they're admitting it themselves. Even places like CNN. Yes, I cannot believe it. They are even admitting this. But there's a lot to break down today because I want to continue a little bit with what the story I gave out earlier. Look at your screen now. Look at what I have up here, and then we're gonna get some more info. So it says if 43 million Americans are on EBT and SNAP, and 48% are illegal immigrants, okay? Then that means 20,640,000 people, 20 million plus 600,000 for, okay, the way they have it, it confused me. But look at this, all right? So the blue are US born headed households. The orange are legal immigrant households, and the purple is illegal headed households. So this comes from CIS.org. I've seen this in several places, even a news report about it. But look at this. So any welfare at all, 39% are Americans, US born Americans. Next, 52% are legal immigrants. 59% are illegals. So let's look at cash. And you may be wondering, cash, that doesn't make sense. They're getting cash? Yes, I'm going to show you something. 16% Americans, 23% we have legal immigrants, 18% illegals. Going to food. So this is SNAP, EBT, food stamps. 25% are Americans, born Americans. 34% legal immigrants. 48% are illegals. So if people are wondering why they're not getting their SNAP benefits, we already know that the Democrats are using this as leverage. They've admitted this. I've played that clip before. Okay, they know people are going to go hungry. They know people are going to suffer. They know it's the holidays.
So now, y'all see that chart. Now I'm going to show y'all exactly where that chart came from. It's not this page. See, it's not this page. Watch. It's not this page. It's this page. See, you would think it's this one. See, that's Center for Internet Security. It's not that one. It's this one. Get ready. Center for Immigration Studies. See? I believe it's this page because of that logo. CIS studies. See, because down there on hers, she got the same symbol. Do you see where the mouse is? She got the same symbol right here. Think about it.
They don't give a damn because they said it's leverage for their agenda. But look at this, and this ties into the next thing, Medicaid. So 25% Americans, 36% legal immigrants, 39% illegals. First of all, I don't think anyone who is not American should be getting it. Legal, illegal, especially illegal, like that's not even a conversation. Legal, I got to see what the situation is. Are they paying taxes? Are they contributing? But if you're coming here as an immigrant and you want to become a citizen here, you should not be living off of our tax dollars. Only American citizens should be getting any type of assistance from the government. If you come here legally, you have to work like the rest of us. We're not going to get benefits if we go to another country. We're going to have to work. We have to show that
See, and then it's like, what's really going on? Go over there and check out the rest of this screen. This screen right here. See, and then she got homeboy up here. This right here. They're gonna have a little bout. Now, because like these are like some woke odd alleys, so people that already turned in their votes. This is what you're voting for. You're voting for it to be in every low income community. That's who we see when we go to urgent care. Not at no memorial type name brand hospital. I'm gonna put it like that. They bypassed that. I remember a few years that I was peed off when a couple of years ago when Tiger Woods was right over here at Rancho, and instead of him going to Torrance Memorial, it's like in this state he went to Harbor UCLA, and it's a big fresh hospital closer than coming over coming over here to a county hospital. That blew me away. So go out there, have fun with your vote, because if they did that to a billionaire golf player, ooh. And it's another thing. What I'm here up here noticing. Check out this chart. I'm gonna show y'all what I see in this chart. We gonna that's the problem. This is what I see in the chart. See, she read all this to us, right?
As an immigrant, you want to become okay. They know people are going to go hungry. They know people are going to suffer. They know it's the holidays. They don't give a damn because they said it's leverage for their agenda. But look at this, and this ties into the next thing: Medicaid. So 25% Americans, 36% go into food. So this is percent are Americans, born headed households. The orange are legal.
Now, listen, real good. Okay? Listen real good to what she's going to say. I'm going to show y'all what I see. What I see is welfare. Do y'all remember when I told y'all that my dad had an appliance store? And then, I'm one of them shady employees. One minute I want to work with him, then I relapse. Then after I relapse, he ain't gonna let me work with him until I sober up and catch my bearings. And I go and get on GR, and I see Papa's son, Uncle, down at the GR building with his son getting Papa's son some of that welfare. And let alone, boy, what if Papa Son, yeah, yeah. And I saw other individuals. So like what she's saying here, hey, it's true. Check out this. And then
Immigrant
and then the
households,
cash
and the
is coming
purple
from
is
the store.
illegal headed households. So this comes from CIS.org. I've seen this in several places.
That's what I see. I see that this hemorrhages people that share my complexion of us even getting close to building family legacy, family reunions, all of that stuff, that hoopah, and a community of our own. Because sooner or later, what's going to happen with this 59%, that 18%, that 48%, 39%, and that 4%, they're going to be involved in the housing market, city jobs, volunteering. This has been playing out for the last 20 years. Me being, I'm coming up on close to 20 years playing out, looking at this going on. I knew this was going on without even seeing this because I seen individuals. A lot of y'all know in y'all state, y'all see individuals with these government allegedly type jobs and temporary jobs, and they become translators for all sorts of languages. So are representative of their community. Now, let a Caucasian or a black person say, "Hey, I want to be the representative," and bust into one of those meetings and say that. And now, the odd thing with that there, that don't fit the agenda unless it's some wokeness or it's some racism or white supremacy, some type of tactic. But if it's any supremacy, I believe that all cultures have some sort of supremacy out here when it comes to America, and then my family and stuff, we get the brunt of all the supremacy tactics. So that's if you don't know who you who you really, really are. But you know, hey, but this is part of that sleep cell mode. See, and other that sleep cell mode for y'all Dragon Ball Z fans. That's where that came from. Making sure they want us to be in a cell, and the cell that they're talking about, it's an inside job. They don't, so it's a lot of gaslighting going on. So we being gaslighted. And then I show y'all that graph to let y'all see where a lot of the healthcare funding. And did you see that graph? I just can't believe this. So I'm gonna see if I can find the other thing. Give me a minute because man, I didn't know I was gonna get this far. Uh, okay, and then they put this one. Now let's look at a little 50-50 thing. Wait a minute. Was I live right there? Oh, here's something. Let's get down to some more of the nitty gritty. Let's go back to what Homeboy said. Did you see this?
The politicians want their power back.
That's what they want to do, is take us backwards. This is why it is important for you to vote no on Proposition 50.
California voters established an independent commission led by citizens to stop rigged elections. Prop 50 cancels this historic reform, putting the politicians back in charge.
The Constitution does not start with the politicians, it starts with...
See? So that's what our boy Arnold was talking about. That's what our boy Arnold was talking about. But let's check out this. All right. Well, let's go back to Brian because he has some more meat on the bone. Now, get some more meat on the bones, okay?
You watch all week.
Win. See, I'm a Republican, but I'm not a Republican hack. I'm not a political hack. I don't. So they trolled him on the movie Twins. Now,
Lower turnout in special elections. Proved California's U.S. House districts would change dramatically, putting 5 incumbent Republicans at risk of losing their seats to Democrats. All initially proposed in response to Texas gerrymandering its maps to advantage congressional Republicans in the 2026 midterms. On the no side,
Two bad behaviors don't make a right behavior.
the highest profile Republican endorsement comes from former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger,
This is why it is important for you to vote no on Proposition 50.
who led California's push for adopting an independent redistricting commission in the first place.
See? And then we adopted a redistricting commission in the first place. So now they're put to the side. It was something I saw to show the reason why of them being pushed aside. And that video, I believe, is like, it should be coming up any minute now. They have been pushed aside. Fair use. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Bring that down. Put this like this. One more time. Yeah.
And all types of things, but just the quality of life for Americans, people who are paying taxes, has gone down significantly, and we still are not where we were before. But let's go ahead and listen to this clip.
Should the Democratic senators from New Mexico, your home state, vote to open the government so that these SNAP funds are not at risk?
Let me be clear. The administration is choosing to starve American children with money that they already have appropriated.
I'm not applauding
this is
I'm not
a
applauding
choice
their
by
tactics.
the White House.
Well,
this is a choice by the White House.
This
They
is
are
also,
choosing
Congresswoman,
to
this
cut
is
off
also a
food
choice
assistance.
by Senate Democrats
No,
to not
it is
vote to
not.
open the government. Yes, it is.
The
I understand
Senate-
why they're doing it. They're doing it because they want Medicaid funds restored. They're doing it because they want Obamacare premiums to be extended past the end of the year. I understand the reasoning.
Sir, let me just be clear. The money for contingency plans is sitting there. That is why the states are suing. The White House is withholding funds from
2 to 3
children
weeks worth
to
of
have
SNAP funds.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it may not be a big deal to you, but let me
It is
tell
a
you
big deal
that
to
for
me.
the grandparents, for grandparents
big deal to
that
me.
literally are feeding their children,
My point
to
is that
not
it's a
have
short-term
money
solution.
in those accounts.
It's a
doesn't
short-term-
matter. At the end of the day, people need to be able to feed their families, and Saturday is when those funds
If you
run
feel
out,
so
and we are
strongly,
fighting to
Congresswoman,
get
why
that
not
funding.
ask the Senate Democrats from New Mexico to vote to open the government so that the SNAP funds...
Sir, I am here in the House of Representatives. It is shut down. I am fighting to get the government reopened. I am fighting to get funding put back into SNAP that is already existent, and I am fighting for the American people. I am here.
She is not fighting for that. See, what it is, that deadline is coming. See, that deadline. And that deadline was allocated to that graph that I showed you. So, yeah, a lot of people would have been just getting a whole lot of funding. Now, this is going to hurt some farmers. This is going to hurt some corporations. And the corporations, they really rely on that. Look at all that that's like new money. Since 2010, that's a lot of new money. New money on the acceleration of, like, wow. And then you got to remember that new money have a whole lot to do with all the millions that came over here. And I have friends that go to meetings, that sit on town halls and commission. A lot of them mentioned this back in the past, but now everybody then got really fully soft. But then it's not. They in other words, their hands are tied. So the only way any community is going to be fixed, hey, we're going to have to fix it. Most people figure we should just put our hat right in the game and play the same thing that they're playing. But who money is we playing with? We're playing with a house of cards. The house of cards, and their deck is stacked. The government will always reset. The matrix does not play. So we see who's doing a lot of this funding and of a lot of these programs. And I'm gonna bring this down. I showed y'all that website. Now let's get into some other nitty to the gritty and see if these things are still going on. And then we remember this guy. Wait a minute. I don't know if I want to play him. I want to stay on cue. We ain't gonna talk about the Jordan thing. Let's go back to that. Oh, wow. Well, I believe that is all. Let me double check. Is there one more in the chamber or something, Brian Maxwell? This one. Saving money is the New York Knicks. Special election. Oh, yeah. This is the part I want. No on 50. Stop rigged elections. Get ready. Here we go. Fair use. 2 more little quick clicks and we're going to call it a day, baby. Where is this at?
California voters stopped rigged elections by approving an independent redistricting commission where citizens decide, not politicians.
Prop 50 suspends this historic reform, destroying our reputation as a national leader for fair elections.
Prop 50 destroys congressional districts created by the Citizen Commission, letting politicians rig new districts for themselves. Politicians rig new districts for themselves, sacrificing fair. The Citizen Commission, letting politicians.
See, look, destroy district created by citizens.
Commission, letting politicians rig new districts for themselves, sacrificing fair elections and voter choice.
Don't let Prop 50 take us.
Proposition 50 threatens what voters built. Voters approved an independent commission that spent thousands of hours meeting with California citizens to create fair election districts where all people are represented and voters decide who gets elected, not politicians.
And that's what's going on.
California voters stopped rigged elections by approving.
So that's what's really happening. So let's look at two of the
Independent California Citizens Redistricting Commission. Those maps were drawn after where voters again are deciding if the new Democratic drawn maps should take effect with a yes vote on Prop 50, or if they vote no, it would keep the current maps in place, which were designed by the Independent California Citizens Redistricting Commission. Those maps were drawn after the 2020 census. We are joined now by two members of that Independent Redistricting Commission.
See, they was drawn after the 2020 census. And here's two of the members. One of them is in the wheelchair and the other one has some colorful hair. I wonder what that's really about, and we need to hear about what is that about, and we know what it's about, that wokeness.
Commission Republican Neil Fornashari, who leads the commission now, and Democrat Cynthia Dye, who is on the state's inaugural commission in 2010. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Neil, I want to start with you first, with the current commission. What are conversations like right now among members with Prop 50 hanging in the balance?
Yeah, we've had a number of conversations about Prop 50. I happened to be chair when this all came out. We put together a statement by the commission. Prior to a meeting, we met. You know, we've had a number of conversations. We have folks on both sides. You know, people are free to have their opinions, and they have their First Amendment rights to have their different opinions. I will say that 7 of us have written an op-ed that will be hopefully published soon, opposing Prop 50.
See? 7 of them have written op opposing it. It's 5 Democrats, 5 Republicans, and 4 independents. That's half. A deadlock. Okay? Okay. Well, let's keep it going. So that's very interesting. A lot of people didn't know that, I bet.
The commission is divided. Is that basically
the commission
what you're
is divided? Yes, but you know, there are 3 folks that have spoken out for yes, and 7 of us at this point have spoken out.
Oh, man, wait a minute. Oh.
As a Democrat, what do you?
But we all get along, you know, and work through things the same way we work through making the maps.
Cynthia,
point have spoken out against. Yes, but you know, there are 3 folks that have spoken out for yes, and 7 of us at this point have spoken out against. But we all get along, you know, and work through things the same way we work through making the maps.
Cynthia, as a Democrat, what do you make of the messaging, though, on the Yes on 50 side, which the Yes campaign is basically painting this as a referendum against President Donald Trump, who has been agitating Democrats in the state?
Well, you know, a lot of my friends are confused about 50, and for good reason. 50 says that it will protect democracy, and yet it's setting aside a citizen-drawn map that 35,000 Californians participated in, and silences California communities, which is essentially undemocratic. It says it will stop Trump, yet on November 5th, Trump will still be president. He will still be ruling by executive order. He will still be largely ignoring the agencies that Congress has created, the appropriations that they've made, and he will still be testing the limits of the judicial system, so it won't do that either. And the math doesn't work out, as your fellow reporter said.
So, fair use. So go over there and check out the rest of some of that show, because some of that show came from KCR3. 2 members of the California Independent Redistricting Commission discussed. Please send me some more videos if y'all have any of the commission peoples on a panel or something of that nature. But let's get one more swing. I don't know where I seen that thing about the redistricting. I think I'm going back one more time to Brian Maxwell.
Place with historically lower turnout in special elections.
Hey, this is Senator
Well,
John.
I knew that was going to happen. So let me straighten this up first. And we're going to really get back into some of this. Because, man, so let's check out this.
Out what they're doing to steal the election, to cheat with it. And then I'm gonna let you hear what Arnold had to say, because he went crazy on CNN. But check this out. Watch this video.
Vote is cast right here. Put the ballot in this way.
Did you see that? So in the envelopes that they sent out, it clearly shows whether you selected no or yes. Now, why would that need to be on an envelope for the person going through the ballots to be able to see whether you voted no or yes? That's rigging, because what would they do with the pieces that put no? Where do those go? Do they go in the trash? Now, keep in
Yeah, so it started looking rather shady. Do y'all see what's going on? So a lot of people then turned in some stuff. And then, so boots on the ground? I beg not, but I was looking for something else. I would have to show it later on. I was looking for where a person was talking about the number of how many people sit on the seat of the redistricting committee, and I don't know where is that one at. So with that there, I guess I should just shut down this part of the show, and I could look and see, did I see that on Melody's page, or was it this page? Oh, right here. So let's look at the bipartisan center stuff and see what that's about. Check this out. One more. So we can be even Steven. Latest polls reveal growing.
We're getting a closer look at how voters are feeling about their potential move to redraw California's congressional lines.
A new poll released today by CBS News finds that 62% of likely voters support the ballot measure. CBS 8's Richard Allen is here with more on what else that poll reveals.
Well, that's right, guys. Just 13 days to go now. Now, this new poll shows the growing divide between Democrats and Republicans as they cast their ballots for Prop 50, which, if passed, would make it easier for Democrats to win 5 congressional districts that are currently held by Republicans.
Even though this is an odd year, a lot of people, I think, are galvanized by this campaign because you kind of can't avoid it, right? You turn on your TV, you open your computer, you open your mailbox, you're hearing some message about Prop 50.
Vote yes on 50.
Vote no on Proposition 50.
And does that message
Messaging continues to amplify on both sides of the political aisle. A new CBS News poll finds what is motivating Californians to cast a ballot in this race. 75% of yes voters say they're using their vote to oppose President Trump, and 70% say it's to oppose national Republicans. And while supporters see Prop 50 as a national issue, those voting no see it as more national Republican.
Look at that. To notice, that was one-sided. They're supposed to have been saying the other numbers. Let's look at them. 62% support national Democrats. 41% to support Gavin Newsom. That's rather interesting. See, he left out that. So go over there and check out the rest of that, because I thought I saw some of the stuff here. A return percentage, and that's how it looks. So we're gonna get up out of there, and I'm gonna call it a night, because recovery is an inside job. I really didn't mean to stay up this late with it.